Have you ever felt like your body just isn't quite keeping up the way it used to? Maybe your energy dips more often, or little things like digestion start to feel like a bigger deal than they used to be. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. As we hit 60, our bodies go through various changes. Some are subtle, like feeling a bit more stiffness in the joints or taking an extra second to recall where you left your keys. But one change that often surprises many? Constipation. Yep, it's one of those topics no one really wants to talk about, but so many people deal with it. It can sneak up on you, maybe you're going less often, or it just feels harder than it should be. And let's be honest, it's more than just a bathroom issue. It can leave you feeling bloated, uncomfortable, cranky, and even affect your sleep and appetite. But here's the encouraging part, this is something you can take control of. You don't need to reach for harsh laxatives or make major lifestyle overhauls. Sometimes, the answer is as simple as taking a closer look at what's on your plate. With just a few small tweaks to your daily meals, you can help your body work the way it's supposed to, naturally and gently. In this video, let's explore 5 foods that can truly make a difference. These aren't exotic ingredients or expensive health trends. They're practical, everyday foods, many of which you might already have sitting in your pantry or fridge. They're delicious, nourishing, and best of all, they can help you feel more regular, more comfortable, and just better. So if you're tired of that sluggish, heavy feeling, and ready for a change that actually works with your body, you're in the right place. Go ahead, get cozy, maybe pour yourself a nice cup of tea, and let's jump into the good stuff. Let's kick things off with a classic, prunes. You might be thinking, prunes? Really? Aren't those just something you see in old-timey health ads? And hey, fair enough. Prunes have definitely earned a bit of an old-school reputation. But here's the thing, they earned it for a reason. These humble little fruits are surprisingly powerful, especially when it comes to digestion, but also for so much more. Let me paint you a picture. Meet Linda and Carol, 2 friends in their early 60s who walk the neighborhood trail every morning and catch up over coffee afterward. They talk about everything, books, grandkids, what to plant in the garden this season. Lately though, Carol's been feeling off. Bloated, sluggish, and, as she quietly admitted one day, a little stuck. Linda just smiled knowingly and said, "Doll, you need to get yourself some prunes." Carol laughed, rolling her eyes. "What, like my dad used to eat in the 60s? But Linda wasn't joking. She adds a few prunes to her breakfast oatmeal every morning and swears by them. Carol, skeptical but curious, decided to give it a try. 1 week later, she's practically preaching the gospel of prunes at their walking group. So what makes prunes so effective? First off, fiber, both soluble and insoluble. The soluble fiber helps slow digestion, which can stabilize blood sugar and keep you feeling fuller longer. The insoluble fiber acts like nature's broom, helping to sweep waste through your digestive system and keep things moving. But that's just the beginning. Prunes also contain sorbitol, a natural sugar alcohol that gently draws water into the intestines, helping soften things up and promote a smoother exit without the need for harsh laxatives or sudden dashes to the bathroom. And here's something most people don't realize. Prunes are packed with antioxidants, especially phenolic compounds, which help reduce inflammation and fight oxidative stress in the body. That's a big win when it comes to aging gracefully. They're also rich in potassium, a mineral that helps regulate blood pressure, support heart function, and balance fluids in the body. And let's not forget vitamin K and boron, 2 key nutrients that support strong bones and may even help prevent bone loss. While this is especially important for women post-menopause, it's just as crucial for men. As men age, bone density can also decrease, increasing the risk of fractures and joint discomfort. By boosting these nutrients, you can support your skeletal health, keep your bones strong, and maintain an active lifestyle as you age. And the best part? You don't need to eat a mountain of prunes to get the benefits. Just a few a day, chopped into yogurt, blended into a smoothie, mixed into your trail mix, or even baked into your favorite muffin recipe, can make a difference. Not into the chewy texture? No problem. A small glass of prune juice, a few times a week, works just as well. Prunes might not be flashy and they're not the latest trendy superfood with a fancy label. But they're reliable, gentle, and loaded with benefits for your whole body. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a video. Your support means a lot and helps us keep bringing you valuable content. Now let's talk about the second powerhouse on our list, flax seeds. They may be tiny, but don't let their size fool you. These little seeds pack a serious punch when it comes to digestive health and overall wellness. Let me introduce you to James and Robert, 2 longtime friends who recently started meeting up at the community center's nutrition class. James, always curious about new health trends, showed up one day with a little container of what looked like brown dust. "Flax seeds," he said, sprinkling it into his smoothie. Robert raised an eyebrow. "Seeds? You're eating seeds now," he joked. But James wasn't just following a fad. He'd been struggling with bloating and irregular digestion for months, until his doctor suggested adding more fiber and anti-inflammatory foods to his diet. Enter flax seeds. After just a couple of weeks of adding a tablespoon to his breakfast routine, James felt lighter, less bloated, and, yes, more regular. So what makes flax seeds so special? First, they're loaded with fiber, especially soluble fiber, which forms a gel-like consistency in the gut, helping to soften stool and support smooth digestion. But unlike many other fiber sources, flax seeds also bring omega-3 fatty acids to the table. These healthy fats help reduce inflammation, which is especially helpful if you deal with digestive issues like IBS or a sluggish gut. And that's not all, they're also rich in lignans, powerful antioxidants that may help balance hormones and support heart health. But here's the key, you've got to go with ground flax seeds if you want the benefits. Whole flax seeds often pass through your system undigested, meaning you miss out on all that nutritional goodness. Ground flax seeds are easier to absorb and easier to use. Now, how do you work them into your day without turning every meal into a science project? Easy. Sprinkle a tablespoon into your morning oatmeal or yogurt. Stir them into your smoothie, mix them into pancake batter, or add them to muffin and bread recipes. You can even use them as an egg substitute in baking. Just mix 1 tablespoon of ground flax seed with 3 tablespoons of water and let it sit. Boom! Plant-based binder. A teaspoon or 2 is plenty at first. Start small and give your body time to adjust to the added fiber. Before long, you might notice not just better digestion, but also more stable energy levels, improved cholesterol, and maybe even a little boost in your skin health. Let's move on to one of the tastiest and most colorful foods on the list, berries. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. Not only do they taste like a sweet little gift from nature, but they're also one of the best foods you can eat for your digestion. Take Maria and Diane, 2 sisters in their 60s who couldn't be more different. Maria's the eat your greens and get your steps in type. Diane? She's more of a do coffee and cookies count as lunch kind of gal. During a recent family brunch, Maria brought out a big bowl of fresh mixed berries. Diane, halfway through a cinnamon roll, eyed the berries and joked, "What are those for? Decoration?" Maria smiled and said, "Nope, those are for keeping everything moving." Diane raised an eyebrow, but after a little convincing and a taste, she went back for seconds. A few days later, she called Maria and said, "Okay, you were right. Those berries are magic." Here's why. Berries are bursting with fiber, especially raspberries, which pack about 8 grams per cup. That's more than most fruits, and it helps add bulk to your stool and keep things moving along smoothly. They're also high in water content, which hydrates the colon and helps prevent that uncomfortable stuck feeling. But that's just the beginning. Berries are loaded with antioxidants like anthocyanins and vitamin C, which help reduce inflammation, combat oxidative stress, and support your immune system. For older adults, that's a big deal since inflammation is linked to everything from joint pain to chronic illness. They also support brain health, which is critical as we age. Some studies suggest regular berry consumption may help slow cognitive decline and improve memory, beneficial for both men and women. And for men specifically, certain antioxidants in berries may support heart health and prostate function. For women, berries may offer additional protection for bones and skin, thanks to their vitamin K and manganese content. Plus, they're great for blood sugar balance. Despite being sweet, berries have a relatively low glycemic index, meaning they won't spike your blood sugar like many other snacks or desserts. That makes them a smart option for anyone managing diabetes or watching their energy levels throughout the day. And let's not forget, they're incredibly versatile. Toss a handful into your cereal or oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, stir them into yogurt, or just enjoy them by the bowlful. Whether fresh, frozen, or dried, they're delicious and easy to add to your routine. So whether you're like Maria, always on the lookout for foods that fuel a healthy lifestyle, or more like Diane, pleasantly surprised to find something that tastes good and works, berries are a win-win. What's your favorite way to enjoy berries? Classic bowl of mixed fruit, smoothie, or maybe something totally unexpected? Let us know in the comments. The next food we're diving into might already be sitting in your pantry, and if it's not, it's time to change that. We're talking about oatmeal. Cozy, warm, and familiar, sure, but don't let its humble appearance fool you. Oatmeal is more than just comfort food. It's a digestive powerhouse that deserves a permanent spot in your morning routine. Take Ed for example, a retired teacher in his mid-60s who starts each day with a brisk walk and a bowl of oats topped with blueberries and almonds. He's the type who reads nutrition labels and can talk fiber content like some people talk sports stats. "It just keeps me feeling right," he says. No bloat, no crashes. Just steady energy and a happy gut. Then there's Tom, a recently retired engineer who's more of a bacon and toast guy and doesn't see the point in switching things up. "I've eaten the same breakfast for 40 years, he says. "Why mess with what works?" But while Tom sticks to his routine, he's started noticing stories like Ed's, people his age with noticeably better energy and digestion. Ed, for instance, swears by his daily bowl of oatmeal. Tom isn't convinced just yet. "Maybe it works for some folks," he says. "I'm still skeptical." Here's why oatmeal is such a powerful choice for your mornings. It's loaded with soluble fiber, especially a type called beta-glucan. When you eat it, this fiber turns into a gel-like substance in your digestive tract, helping to soften stool and make it easier to pass, perfect for tackling constipation in a gentle, natural way. It also slows digestion, which keeps you feeling fuller longer and helps avoid those mid-morning snack attacks. But there's more. Oats also contain insoluble fiber, which adds bulk and keeps things moving along smoothly. Together, this fiber duo makes oatmeal one of the most balanced, gut-friendly foods you can eat. Beyond digestion, oats bring other serious health benefits to the table. They're rich in avenanthramides, unique antioxidants that fight inflammation and support heart health. They also deliver iron, magnesium, zinc, and a decent amount of plant-based protein, all of which support energy, immune strength, and muscle function. And let's be honest, oatmeal is incredibly easy to work with. Whether you go sweet or savory, hot or cold, there's a version for everyone. You can keep it simple with cinnamon and honey, or dress it up with berries, flax seeds, nuts, or nut butter. Not into cooking in the morning? Prep overnight oats. Just mix rolled oats with milk or yogurt and let it sit in the fridge overnight. Done and ready when you wake up. It's gentle on the stomach, won't cause irritation, and it gives you slow, steady energy without the crash that comes from sugary cereals or pastries. Plus, oats are easy to find and easy on your wallet. So whether you're already reaping the rewards like Ed or still holding out like Tom, one thing's clear: oatmeal isn't just hype, it's health in a bowl. Curious to see what the fuss is about? Try swapping in oats tomorrow morning and feel the difference for yourself. Your gut just might come around. Let's dig into the fifth and final gut-friendly food you definitely shouldn't overlook: leafy greens. Think spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, those vibrant earthy veggies that sometimes get pushed to the side of the plate. But if you've been dealing with sluggish digestion, leafy greens might just be your gut's new best friend. Take Gloria for instance, a retired mom of 3. She's always said, "I didn't survive raising teenagers just to force myself to eat kale." For her, leafy greens have always been more punishment than pleasure. Then there's Sharon, a gardening enthusiast who once felt the same way, until her doctor gently nudged her to increase her fiber intake. She didn't overhaul her diet overnight, she just started sneaking greens into her meals. A little spinach in her scrambled eggs, kale in her smoothies, Swiss chard in her soup. After a few weeks, she noticed her digestion was smoother, her energy higher, and even her skin looking healthier. These stories highlight a common shift, going from leafy green skeptic to full-on converts once the benefits become clear. So, what makes leafy greens such digestive superheroes? For starters, they're rich in both insoluble fiber and hydrating water content, a perfect combo for promoting regular bowel movements. The fiber adds bulk to your stool, while the water helps soften it, making everything move more comfortably through your system. But greens don't stop at digestion. They're packed with magnesium, a mineral that helps relax the muscles in your digestive tract, encouraging smoother movement. Low on magnesium? That could be contributing to constipation, and leafy greens are an easy and effective way to fix that. They're also rich in vitamins A, C, and K, plus folate, iron, and calcium, which support everything from your immune system to your bones and blood health. And here's something not everyone knows: certain leafy greens, like kale and spinach, also feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut, helping to create a healthier, more balanced microbiome, key for long-term digestive health. Worried about how to actually eat more greens? Don't be, there are countless tasty ways to sneak them in. Sauté spinach or kale with olive oil, garlic, and a squeeze of lemon for a flavorful side dish. Add a handful of baby spinach to your morning omelet, stir chopped Swiss chard into a simmering soup, or throw kale into a smoothie with banana and berries. You won't even taste it. And if salads aren't your thing because raw greens feel too tough or bitter, here's a simple trick: massage them, really. Drizzle some olive oil or lemon juice over the leaves and rub them gently for a minute or two. This breaks down their fibers and makes them softer, tastier, and way more enjoyable to eat. Whether you already pile greens onto your plate or you've been avoiding them for years, there's no denying it: leafy greens are more than just a side dish. They're a simple, powerful way to support digestion and give your whole body a serious boost. For older adults in particular, leafy greens offer even more. They're rich in magnesium, which helps keep digestion smooth and muscles relaxed. The high vitamin K content supports bone health, while antioxidants like vitamin C and beta-carotene help fight inflammation and protect aging cells. Plus, nutrients like folate and iron support brain function and energy, two things that matter more than ever with age. Got a favorite way to enjoy your greens? Or a trick for sneaking them into meals? Share it in the comments. We'd love to hear how you make leafy greens work for you. Feeling ready to support your digestion in a natural way? Prunes, flax seeds, berries, oatmeal, and leafy greens can help get things moving, gently and effectively. The best part? They're easy to find, simple to add to your meals, and pack a serious punch. No need to change everything overnight, just start small, stay consistent, and let your body do the rest. Meet Jane and Emily, two women in their 60s who are on their own digestive health journeys. Jane jumped in headfirst, loading up on prunes and oatmeal right away, thinking she'd feel like a new person by day 3. Emily, on the other hand, took a slower approach. She started by adding a spoonful of ground flax seeds to her smoothie, then added some berries to her yogurt the next week. Neither approach was right or wrong, but over time, both found what worked best for them. Jane found that she needed a little more patience, while Emily noticed improvement just by making small, sustainable changes. The bottom line? Everyone's journey is different, but small steps lead to big results. It's all about trusting the process and staying consistent. Over time, you'll likely find that your digestion becomes smoother, and you'll feel more energized, lighter, and just better. And honestly, isn't that what we all want, feeling our best no matter our age? So here's to feeling great, embracing each day, and taking control of your health. If this video resonated with you, take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories and tips for improving digestion. And if you found this helpful, share it with a friend who might benefit. Because here's the truth, we're all in this together, and every small step toward better digestive health is worth celebrating. Until next time, remember this, you are capable of more than you know. Here's to living all your days with strength, connection, and a happy, healthy gut.